So this is the visitation from September 5th, 1999 in Santa Monica, California. Mary, I am here. You called me. I am very pleased. Generally, I come when a person is in need, crying in the darkness. They do not know that they are calling me, but they are. They have no idea what their soul is doing. Their pain creates a link to their soul, and their soul calls me. I hear only the cries of the soul. Philip, I didn't use my soul. Mary, of course you did. The difference is that you reached your soul with your prayer, not with your pain. It makes me very happy when a person reaches their soul. Ordinarily, I come only at the request of your soul. You've made a connection between your mind and your soul. This is what pleases me. Your mind is not used to actively working with your soul. You have so many questions because your mind is now part of the process of speaking with me. Philip, I do not feel as much love as the previous times you spoke with me. There are no tears. Mary, move into your soul. Pray to be more in your soul. Take a moment to pray. And then Philip writes that he tries to pray, but his mind is racing. Mary, no, let me hold you. Feel my arms. Think that you are my child. I hold you just as I held my son. Look into my eyes. Feel the reflection of God. Know that I reflect the light of your soul. See your soul. Feel your soul. You are in the same arms as my son. I am looking on you as I did with my son. Feel the light of God in you. Know that I see that light. Close your eyes and see the reflection of that light in my eyes. No mind, just feel the light of God. Be one with your soul. Just be. Feel your breath. Hear it go in and out. Feel it calm that mind of yours. Feel the love arise as the breath calms the mind. Know that this is God's gift to all living things, especially people. Controlled mind, controlled by the soul. Philip, my mother, I want you. Come to me. Mary, I am here. Philip, save me. Mary, you must save yourself. All I can do is show you how. Philip, excuse me. I am so afraid. Mary, your soul has no fear. Let your soul control your mind. Philip, there is so little love when I call you with my mind. Mary, finally, you learned what I hoped you would see. Then Philip writes, a long silence follows. Every time I begin to speak, I am drawn back into feeling waves of love. It is pure. It is divine. It is so different from how I felt at the start of our conversation. Philip, the first step to living in love is bringing love to the mind. Mary, no, the mind, like all things, is always bathed in our Father's love. The first step is wanting to feel that love. I am here to tell the world that this love exists and to invite the world to bask in that love, to let this love transform their lives and save them from the pain of a life lived only in the mind. Philip, is this world hell? Mary, no, it is what you make of it. It can be the door to either heaven or hell. Children, be children. Adults, be children. Saints, be children. Wise men, be ignorant children. Fearful minds, rest in your soul. You have the key to peace. You carry it with you. Look to what the soul loves and not what the mind loves. Look to your form of God, however you imagine our Father to be. Know that you are constantly bathed in his love. You were created in love, live in love, and you will die in love. That love is the real you. That love is your soul. It is your soul. Love cannot die. When you live in that love, then you are immortal. Then you enter heaven. The only key to the kingdom is our Father's love. The only key is the love that is constantly reflected by your soul. You do not have to create that love. It is always there. All you have to do is remove the shadow cast by your mind and let your soul fill your life. Your soul will fill you with God's love. That love will make you into an angel on earth. What happens to the mind will be only for the mind. When you are filled with our Father's love, you live in a place where there is no change and no fear and no uncertainty. The things of the world cannot touch you. You will see that same love in these things, in the other people. You will see that they are like ants running about in small tasks, but never stopping to look at the light. You will feel great love for them. You will see them in their true state. You will come to look upon them as I looked upon my infant child. See them as our Lord. Nothing else matters. See them as our Lord, and you will be everything. Then Philip writes, at this point, I have the strange experience of hearing several words simultaneously. I remember only a few: love, happy, perfect. Many thoughts form in my mind, and they are cut short by the glow of love, the flow of my breath, and the image of my mother's infant child. I am filled with knowledge. There is no need for words. I know that Mary was pleased that I used my mind to call her, because that is the first step to bringing the mind and the soul together. I know that our conversation started out in such a tortured way because my mind was too prevalent. I know that the way to salvation is simply to pray. That's actually Mary saying that. He says, I know that the way to salvation is simply, he writes that, and then Mary says, pray. Philip, prayer, Mary, unites the mind with the soul. You can be happy only if you grow through prayer. Prayer is its own gift. It gives not the result that you pray for, but instead it gives you the reflection of God that constantly reflects, that constantly flows from your soul. It may be God's will to grant or deny what you prayed for, but God will always grant you the greatest gift, the reflection of his love. So prayers are always answered with the most valuable thing in the created universe, God's love. My children, if the world is to be saved, you must use that doorway. I have come only to show you how to unite your mind and your soul. The world is in danger because your minds are not filled with God's love. Soon the time will come when only those who are filled with that light will be saved. Please be my children. Be filled with that love, that light. You have the keys to your own salvation. You have the key to the salvation of the world. Our Father is pleased by only one thing: when you fill your human forms with his love and light. That is why he sent part of himself to be born in human form. It was to show you that the human form could contain both his light and love. It is now time to show that his great gift has not been ignored. Believe me when I say this. Believe me when I say that this is the only way you will be saved, and this is the only way that the world will be saved. Philip writes, I think about how I had so little love when I started to speak to our Blessed Mother. How could I have been so blind? Was it my mind that could take a miracle like this and make it seem so ordinary? I see how my lack of constant love takes miracles and makes them seem so small. I see that my lack of love takes this world of God's light and makes it seem so small. I cry uncontrollably. How could I create my own blindness? So much useless pain, so little reason for that pain. It was so stupid. Mary, you must always love your soul. Blame keeps you from God. Stop these thoughts. Learn to love your soul. Do that first. Then you will love everything. Do not let your desire for spiritual perfection drive you into blindness. Accept what our Father has given you. See the light in that. Do not punish yourself. Never punish yourself. My son never punished. He only forgave everyone. Philip, will he come to forgive? Mary, that is why I am here. No more questions. See the light. Feel the love. Do not let your mind take over your spiritual growth. Do not stop moving to love. Only love matters. Have complete faith in your Father. Accept his gift. Do not ask when he will give more. Why should he give more when you do not enjoy what he has already given? The best prayer is the cry of your heart. It is the silence of your mind. It is the love for one another. It is making yourself so small that you are filled only with love. Philip, it is the stroke of your hand on my cheek. Mary, if you like. Philip, original sin, Mary, is letting your mind take you from the light and love. It is putting your will before God's will. Philip, salvation is, Mary, becoming so small that there is only God's will and God's love. Philip writes, at this point, Mary is still near me, but I feel that even writing a few more words will take me from the place of my soul, the place that she is showing me how to enter. Please, dear reader, forgive me if I take a few moments to simply be in that love. I pray that you will go to the next person you see and fill that person's life with love. I pray for you to be the love that you always are. I pray for the world to be filled with that love. I pray for your salvation and the salvation of the world. I pray that you will hear the words of our Mother. And that's the end of today's reading.